This is my first time in Scotland, and it has already been full of surprises. Glasgow totally won me over, despite a local Ouija warning me not to bother. And Edinburgh, it was like stepping into a fairy tale. I honestly could have stayed forever. It's absolutely beautiful in here. But now, the real adventure begins. I'm heading deep into the Scottish Highlands, where breathtaking landscapes, charming towns, and a hunt for the elusive Loch Ness Monster await. I believe in the Loch Ness Monster. I think Nessie is real. And just when you think it couldn't get any better, I'll be hopping aboard the legendary Caledonian sleeper train bound for London. So buckle up, it's gonna be a good one. This is my first time in Scotland, and so far I've been to Glasgow and Edinburgh. And at the very last minute, I'm talking like a day ago, I decided to book a Highlands tour. It's a 2-day, 1-night tour. It's all I have time for. I don't know if it's going to be any good. I don't know if I booked the right one. The tour starts at 9 a.m. and it departs from the bus station. It's about 8:30, and it's about a 20-minute walk to get there. So we should have time to grab a coffee, meet everyone, get on the bus and go to wherever we're going today. We've driven a little over an hour through the fog here to Dunkeld, and by some miracle the fog has parted ways and it is blue skies and gorgeous sunshine. I feel like we have moved countries. I'm so happy. This means we might actually get to see some stuff today. And I was walking past this place, the smell coming out of it made my tummy do a somersault, and I was like, I have to eat something from there. Of eggs and bacon, this place is for you. It's called Dunkeld. The smell coming out of this place, it just smells like breakfast. You cannot walk past and not come in here. I love crunchy foods, and that is so nice and crunchy. Excellent coffee. Really good coffee. Right, breakfast and coffee done. I now have a personality. And I asked the sweet girl that works at the cafe what she thought I should do with the 15 minutes we have until we have to be back on the bus. She said, head down to the cathedral. It's right on the river. That's where you want to go. That's the thing to see. Let's see if we can find that. When they said we were stopping at the town of Dunkeld, I was not overjoyed. It's like, what's Dunkeld? Why do I want to stop in a town? I want to see a highland something. I want to see a mountain or something. Take me there. But I'm so glad we did stop here in Dunkeld. It's beautiful. The little town is so quaint and gorgeous. All the little shop fronts and the flowers in bloom, the coffees, the pastries. And then you wander down here to where the cathedral is, and the River Tay is floating past, and it's just a beautiful sound. The scenery is so lovely. The golden light is drenching everything in warmth. The grass is lush and green. It is beautiful. We have officially entered the Scottish Highlands and the Cairngorms National Park. I hope I'm saying that right. Now there are two things I need to see while we are in the Highlands. One, Loch Ness Monster, essential. Won't be happy unless I have my own encounter. And two, a lot more realistic, a Highland cow, aka a heriku. And if I don't see one, I'm going to be highly motivated to get right on TripAdvisor and share some very unhappy feelings about the tour. So they better come up with that heriku. We find ourselves now in Aviemore, and as we've gotten closer to the coastline again on that east side of Scotland, the sun has disappeared. It is all gloomy and overcast and cozy again, so I'm all rugged up because I'm freezing. Our lovely guide Ali said that the point of our stop is food. And he recommended a place to me, so I'm gonna go and check out his recommendation and see if it's as good as he says it is. To the Cairngorm Hotel, and this place couldn't be any more perfect. It's so cute in here. I'm pretty sure there's some kind of a tartan carpet situation going on. The chandeliers are made out of like elk horns, have really cool photos on the wall, and it's a Sunday, so everyone's here for the Sunday roast, me included, except I don't eat meat. So I had to have a conversation with the guy who was like, can I get a meatless Sunday roast please? And he was like, yeah, we can do that. Oh, that looks so good, and you know it. It's so good. Now we got the homemade Yorkshire pudding, and all of that gravy is sat in the middle of it like a little cup. Don't even play with me. This is absolute madness. We've pulled up at Loch Mor. I think you meant to say it with the kind of k. For me, this weather is the depths of my winter. For the fine people of Scotland, summertime party time. People have got their wetsuits on, they're going for a swim, they're stand-up paddleboarding, they're feeding ducks. That guy's just got shorts and a life jacket on. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. It's a stark contrast. Our last stop before we make our way to Inverness is here at the Clavacans. I hope I'm going to say that right. These are incredible pieces of history. So what we're looking at are ancient burial sites, and our amazing guide Ali was explaining that they would have actually worked as a town hall of sorts. Now these circles made of moss-covered rocks would have been constructed some 4,000 years ago. That kind of thing blows my mind. People stood here 4,000 years ago, 2000 BC. They built these. They came here. They used these as a burial site. And now we get to stand here 4,000 years later and marvel at them. We've made it to Inverness. And I'm freezing cold. I've got the heater right on. What's that smell? Oh! I've got the heater up to the max. Make this a little sweat box. Let me tell you about what is and isn't included in this tour and how the pricing and the accommodation all works. Okay, I think I paid about £210 for the 2-day tour. that does not include accommodation. So you get to choose what to do about accommodation. You can find your own thing and book it yourself, or you can be lazy and you can let Rabbies book it. And if you choose the lazy Rabbies book it for me option, Rabbies being the name of the tour company, you indicate to them what level of accommodation you want. Hotel, B&B with an ensuite, or B&B no ensuite. I chose the lazy option. I thought it might be exciting. I don't know, it kind of makes it a little more fun for the vlog, right? Where am I staying tonight? We'll know when we get there. Rabbies has booked it, and I regret that decision. There's nothing specifically wrong with the place. I think the room is just making me feel like that bed is giving me coffin vibes. And I think for the £86 for the night, I think I could have found something better myself. Good morning, you guys. We are starting off the day the perfect way. Look who it is. Here he goes! Oh, they're so beautiful! I'm really happy I got to see those. And we're gonna see something else mythical and magical and amazing today. Are you guys ready to go hunting for the Loch Ness Monster? So we are waiting to get on a boat. We're gonna do a cruise out to a castle and we're gonna be on Loch Ness. So I mean, I believe in the Loch Ness Monster. I think Nessie is real. You have to let me know if you think she is. We're gonna see if we can spot her. We're gonna see if we can find her today. I mean, we've seen the Heriku. We're off to such a great start. Where does the myth even come from? How did this even start? According to the internet, reports of a monster inhabiting Loch Ness date back to ancient times. Notably, local stone carvings by the Pict depict a mysterious beast with flippers. The first written account, get this, appears in 7th century biography of St. Columba, and according to that work, in 565 AD, the monster bit a swimmer and was prepared to attack another man when Columba intervened, ordering the beast to go back. It obeyed, and over the centuries, only occasional sightings were reported. That is kind of wild. I thought this was like a modern thing, but it's not. It dates back all the way to 565 AD. We may not have been able to see the Loch Ness Monster, but we did get to see Loch Ness and explore Okart Castle as well. Beautiful ruins. It was lovely walking through there, and what's even lovelier is warming up with a cup of tea afterwards. Oh, you know I'm in my tea era, and I want to try something. This thing, a Tunnocks tea cake. I keep seeing these everywhere. I don't know what's in this wrapper, but I mean, it has tea on it, which means it pairs well with tea, right? What do we think is inside there? A marshmallow! I like that. Just gonna have to forgive the way I look right now. It is freezing out here. Let me clean you guys up a bit so you can see me at least for a second. Woo! This is the place I was looking forward to exploring the most. Glencar is beautiful and it does not disappoint. This is my highlight. It is my favorite part of this trip so far. If you only see one thing in the Scottish Highlands, I would say make it this. It is so beautiful. There's been the location of filming for a few movies, Harry Potter, James Bond, Skyfall, and it's easy to see why. Now, one really interesting fact, if you guys are Game of Thrones fans, like I am, how do I say this without there being any spoilers for anybody who still hasn't watched Game of Thrones? There's an episode about a wedding, if you know, you know, that is inspired by something that actually happened here in Glencar. Yeah, I'll have a link below so you can check that out, but that was inspired by something pretty brutal that happened here. Our tour guide told me and it just kind of took my breath away. slowly making our way from the Highlands back to Edinburgh. It's got me thinking about the last 2 days. I booked this tour because I didn't have the time to plan anything. Hire a car, get out there, get organized and all of that. And for that reason, this tour has been great. I think all up it's cost me, let's say between 600 and 700 Australian dollars for the 2-day tour, the 1 night's accommodation and all the food and all that kind of stuff. I think for me, because I travel so much, I'm a lot more confident, and I think next time a DIY road trip would be better suited to me. Oh my god, there's a really cute dog getting off the bus. Where's he been? This is so cute. Alright guys, we're going to make our way back to Edinburgh, and when we get there, we've got another great adventure ahead of us this evening. It is 9:30 at night, and we are going on an adventure. I'm sat alone in Edinburgh's Waverley station waiting for a train. But not just any train. This evening we're going to be catching the Caledonian Sleeper. This is something I've wanted to do forever, and I'm so excited to do it. It's this beautiful, luxurious sleeper train that's going to take us from Edinburgh, Scotland, down to London's Euston station overnight. I booked the very last sleeper carriage they had, literally the last one on the website. It was the cheapest one, so we're going to see if it's any good or not. And just to be really clear, it's freezing cold. I'm so cold. I have like everything I own on. I'm wearing like 3 jumpers, 3 pairs of socks. I shouldn't have worn the jeans with the ripped knees. That was a bad idea. I'm so happy. This is way better than I thought it was going to be. I don't know how I've lucked out. When I was booking online, it looked like it was 2 bunk beds, and I was fine with that. I've gotten here, I'm in coach B, room 1, and this thing is huge. So much room to spread out, so much room for activities. It's like the ultimate slumber party. This was a great idea. And I'm like a little kid on Christmas. They have chocolates, and it's just me, so I get to eat them both. Yay me. I thought I would be really sneaky with the breakfast plan this morning and try and time my run for sunrise so we could get that first little bit of light and hopefully see some of the countryside as we make our way in towards London, and that seems to have been a good idea. For breakfast options, there are a few I would have liked to have chosen. They had oats/porridge, if you know you know. If you're into something more hearty, they had the full Scottish breakfast. It looked really good. For me though, it was the pancakes that did it. Pancakes with a blueberry coulis. Let's dig in and give this a try. It's so big. It's tasty. I ticked coffee or specialty coffee on the menu. This is what I've got. I'll be really honest with you. When that got put down, the smell of it, I was like, that's not going to be good, and I'm just going to have to be honest about it. It's actually good. It's a lot better than I thought it was going to be. Good work, Caledonia. I'm going to sit here and enjoy my breakfast and my coffee as that sun comes up to rise and I head into London, and then I get ready to explore a city I really love so much. But that does bring this episode to a close, you guys. I really hope you've enjoyed exploring Scotland and the Highlands with me. If you don't already, be sure to subscribe right now so you never miss a single episode, and say hello in the comments below. I hope you have a great weekend, and I will see you in a brand new episode next week. Love you.